Dustin May for his first outing this year. How impressed were you?
Really good, really good. Very efficient, pounding the strike zone. Got behind, found a way to get some contact, some easy outs, and first time he's gone through the 7th inning in over a calendar year. So that was really good to see. Did a really nice job.
I mean, what did you usually see from the offensive side? How were the D-backs pitchers just kind of limit the offense tonight?
Yeah, I thought we did a nice job taking walks, so we had traffic. I thought we squared some balls up versus Kelly. Unfortunately, just right at those guys. I think it was McCarthy out there, made a really nice play on the Muncie ball out there in right field. Brought in Jameson, and we just really didn't have an answer for him, to be quite honest. I thought he threw the ball really well. Mookie hit a hanging slider, no-2 slider, but outside of that, we really didn't threaten. And then, unfortunately, that got us in the 8th inning, and that's going to happen.
That inning speed up on Bessie and all the pitch clock, or?
I don't think so. I mean, Alex, he's tried and true. He's been good for us, and had the experience in spring training. So I don't think it was a pitch clock thing.
You had Phillips and Broussard up that.
Yeah, it was more of just trying to figure out how that inning developed, knowing that they had Marte looming. We wanted to put a righty on Marte if it came to a spot that was needed, and just to kind of see how that inning was going to unfold. I wanted to leave it open, and unfortunately, really it was moot once Lewis hit that homer.
That first 7 with runners in scoring position. What did you think the quality of those at-bats?
Yeah, with the runners in scoring position, would you say we were 0 for 7? I got to look back at those. I mean, I know one of the at-bats was a Rojas line drive. It was an Adam ball. I'm not sure the other at-bats, but we struck out a lot tonight. But again, Jameson was really good. Try not to think too much about this one as far as on the offensive side.
Doc, you usually don't let a guy pitch into the 7th inning, regardless of the pitch count. Is this something akin to tonight, or is it starting to be a little bit of a sea change in how you're going to handle your starting pitchers while here?
I think it honestly has to do with he was very efficient. I mean, I think that he got pushed to where he wanted to go, but Dustin is a guy that floods the strike zone, puts ball in play, and I just didn't think these guys would get good swings off him for the most part. And so I just thought versus right, versus left, it just didn't make any sense to go to anybody at that point in time.
So it's not going to be something that'll be a game-to-game thing in the field with the pitcher?
Absolutely. I mean, I would love for guys to go deeper. So it's not like honestly, it's not a third time through thing. The numbers do speak to the fact that there's more familiarity, but if the guy's throwing the baseball well like Dustin was, I'd love for him to go through 25, 26 hitters.
Was Piazza running on his own when it's still in this?
Yeah, he went on his own.
How do you feel about the way that kind of played out?
Well, I mean, they overturned it. I just can't, if he's safe, then it's a good play. If he's out, then it's a bad play. I don't play that game. So he felt he could steal the base, and they overturned it, and he was called out.
Thinking back to the way Dustin was throwing before he got hurt, right before he got hurt, how close is he to being back to that level?
I'll tell you, I think he's better than he was before. And I say that because, going through that rehab process, there's a maturity that has to happen. And I think that's one component. I think that the delivery is as consistent as I've ever seen it. And so, for me, I think the net, he's a better major league pitcher than he was, call it 18, 19 months ago.
When you have a team that's gone through so many changes this offseason, you have as many options as you do, how much are you learning in games like these and leverage moments like this about some of these new guys that you have and how they respond to different moments? And
a lot. I think that a guy that I'm going to talk a lot about is Miguel Rojas. I just think that he's going to put good at bats together. He wants to be in that spot, and you saw that tonight, and you've seen that last night. But yeah, you're learning more about guys. I think that the young guys, Vargas and Outman, guys in scoring position, I think are taking really good at bats. You know, Vargas taking walks. That's really telling. Another one highlight is we were worried about, or someone was worried about Max Muncy yesterday, and I thought he barreled 4 balls today. So yeah, so that's baseball. So you know, you just got to stick with guys and trust that they're going to be just fine.
With Rojas, was there consideration going to Hayward there and a righty-righty, or is you left him in for kind of the reasons you mentioned there?
It was for me. It was a no-brainer. He's a guy that his best out pitch is a split, which gets the lefties out, and so a ball that he throws a fastball. Miguel is one of our best fastball hitters, and it's a split, and the slider is his 3rd best pitch. So it's yeah, for me, it's not just a right-left thing.
What was your holding for the ninth tonight?
It was going to be
Going into the eighth.
Going into the 8th, it was either going to be Gradwell or Phillips. So they were kind of tossing and seeing how it was going to be one or the other.
So is this more trial and error for you than you've had in the past?
As far as?
Just everything we're talking about here, the feeling out of players, seeing what they're doing in different spots. You know, your bullpen is a little bit different without a back end guy. You know, you've got guys coming back from injuries.
Yeah, you know, I think that with the pen not having a dedicated closer, I think that there is some feeling out as far as trying to find the right lanes or the best spots for the guys. You know, as far as feeling out as far as position players, you're always trying to figure guys out. I have a good feel on the guys that we've had, but there's some new guys that I just still trying to get a feel for, some new players, some young players, but every day I'm trying to learn our guys even more.
Are you going to Taylor in sometime this weekend?
He'll be in there tomorrow.